Hello, good evening and welcome. Good evening, good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Ox, here on the show. It's Albert. Morning, Albert. How we doing?
Evening, Ox. How are you?
Yeah, mate. Good. Did you get that signed photograph with Fox, mate?
I got it, mate. I got it.
Right. Obviously, we'll go to the team. So the big talking points of substitutes. Do you want to run through them first?
The team, I'll give you the team.
Give us a team.
McCorry, Tav, Suter, King, Yilmaz, Lundstrom, Jack, Raskin, Hadji, Cantwell, and Sakapa.
The substitutes of McLaughlin. Yeah, must be going to bring John up front. Matondo, Arfield, Devine, Lowry, McCausland, Lyle, and you. Right, we'll go through the team first, Albert. Obviously, Nick Olsen, so Leon King comes in. And Matondo goes on the bench, and Hadji gets a start, mate. So 2 changes for last week's game, mate.
Aye, well, we knew Golson wasn't going to be playing. He told us at his press conference. Quite surprised Hadji's getting a start there enough. I don't think Matondo should get that because I want to see that boy. I want to get a boy get more and more confidence because he's definitely a confidence player. But he get his confidence built up. But I the same team as last week, apart for they two. Done all right last week, so let's go again.
Aye. I mean, it just shows you how bad our injuries are. No making excuses, we haven't all year, but the bench, mate, I mean, 2 goalkeepers, Matonto and Arfield, and Devine, Lowry, McCausland, Lyle, and you. All right, they've all been about, but they're no first-team players as such, are they? No.
I think apart from McGregor and McLaughlin and maybe Arfield, everybody else likes staying. You know what I mean? If I was them, I'd be like, at least I'm staying. You know what I mean? I've not got a taxi order. You know what I mean? So, but we're down to the bare bones, you know, aren't we? It's ridiculous. Absolutely. A club of this stature can't put 2 goalkeepers on your substitute bench. It's madness. But that's the way it is.
I think some of the trouble comes with the 9 substitutes, mate. It gives you other problems, doesn't it? It solves problems, but gives you problems, doesn't it? You know,
it does, mate, but also... Sorry, mate, go.
If you're one of the 9 that turn up, mate, and you don't go on for a couple of weeks, you can end up not playing a game of football for a month.
Aye. But from a supporter's point of view, it gives you a clear indication of where your squad is. That's a good thing about the 9 subs. But as you rightly pointed out there, if you continually don't get a game, you're not playing any football at all, nothing at all. But again, Scottish football is designed that way that you become a professional football player, not to play football. It's madness. It's madness if you think about it. But it's. Whereas all these other players, this great squad and this squad of players they thought we had, we don't got at all. It's just nonsense. It's absolute nonsense.
Well, we got Barisic, obviously not available. Then you've got Hollander, Davis, Golson, yeah, and then
Davis.
Aye, you know, and obviously people will be talking
about
Kolak, Roof, and
Morelos.
Yeah.
It's endless, mate. It's just endless. Mm-hmm. It's I said it during the week, the other night there when I was on about this injury crisis. We need to get to the bottom of it, or we're just going to carry it into next season again. Maybe, as far as I'm concerned, nobody but the club has addressed it or come out publicly addressing it and telling us, we're having a look at this. It's because if we don't solve the problem now, we're just going to drift right into next season. It's going to happen all over again. And then we're going to be halfway through next season, arguing at the same point, saying this should have been addressed at the close season here, because we can't. The season we had last year, this year, with all the injuries, somebody's going to ask the question. Come on, that's no right, or it's just no right. There's something no right. I don't care what we're saying about all different injuries. It's no right.
Well, we didn't see the appointment. I mean, some of them I don't know why they're not playing. Maybe King and Morelos and Cholak. If the media are right, they're leaving us, and maybe. Hollander, who's never been fit for really a couple of years, he's leaving us, so there's no point in playing them or getting them involved, if you're honest, yeah?
Oh, that's fair enough, right? That's fair enough. But the question still needs to be asked. even no matter who's leaving or who's staying, the question's going to be asked. Because that's my big fear for it. I'm looking forward to next year. I'm happy the noise that are coming out of Ibrox at the moment. But my big fear is still at the back of my mind saying we need to solve this problem. And one, we need to find out if there is a problem. And two, if there is, we need to get it solved right away. Right away, mate. Because I don't want a new batch of players coming in and everybody was gone to the treatment room. It's just, I don't want it. We can't afford it. We can't keep doing this because we've got business to take care of.
This is a pre-match show. Let's stick to that, yeah? We'll get that. I'm sure we can discuss that during the week. But how do you see that team lining up? Do you see, is it a 4-2-3-1? Who would play? So what have we got? Jack and Lundstrom sitting. Obviously, you've got Raskin, so that's a 3 again. Or is it the 4-3-3 with Cantwell 4-9, Fashion on the left, Hadji on the right, and Cantwell playing sort of 9-10? Yeah?
I think it's a 4-2-4. I think it's going to be a 4-2-4.
Tell me how you're going to play that with 8 players.
Well, I think Campbell's getting a free role. He goes where he wants to go, where he sees where he can affect the game the most. And the other 3, Sakala on the right, Hadji on the left. It might be the other way about it, and I think it was Sakala on the left and Hadji on the right. But Raskin and Lundstrom, or Raskin and Jack, will be hopefully Raskin's deeper than Jack, and Jack and Lundstrom are supposed to be pushing on, especially Lundstrom. Don't want to see him up.
If you looked at last week, Ryan was on the left, Raskin was in the middle, and Lundstrom was on the right, wasn't he? And they moved as a unit, yeah. But we'll be interested.
It looked better. It looked a lot better.
Aye, maybe. And then obviously with Cantwell just going with, Cantwell I think sometimes is behind Alan McGregor, and Robbie McCrory, and the next thing he was up front, wasn't he?
That's right. When the back of substitutes bench and back at the other side, he went where he wanted, didn't he? But if you've got that sort of ability, that sort of class, that sort of vision, you let that, you just go with it. You just don't put restrictions on the boy. Just let the boy play. Let him go and play, and let the other team work out what he's doing. It's not for us to work out for them. It's just for them to go and work out what he's doing.
If you get a chance, Dale Bear, have a look at the first goal we scored last week, and watch Cantwell's pass out to Sakala. Have a look at it.
The cracker, isn't
it? Aye. Just the way his technique and what he does, you know. Right, we better get these phone lines open. Maybe we might have to phone them, get them out of their bed, would you think?
Oh, no, is anybody up?
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Aye,
I'll tell you one thing, Ox. If anybody's up, they're not living their life right. They're not partying enough.
You know me, mate. I'm a shy boy.
What are you going to say?
That's all I said. You know me. I'm a shy boy.
Oh, you are a shy boy. I know that. I've been it with you. You've been in it. I had to bring you out yourself. Took me most of the night to get you out yourself. Once I got you out, I had to get you off the ceiling.
No comment. Right, Young King, good game for him. I don't think he's a centre half, but maybe I'm wrong and it develops, mate. Yeah.
Aye, well, he's our go-to guy when all our centre halves are injured. Here he goes again. Know what I mean? Pitched into it again. Going to be a fair crack at it in an even playing field type situation. The beginning of the season, he gets tossed right into a really, really difficult situation and coped reasonably well. What his boys do, he coped. But I'm with you, I don't think he's a centre half either. Don't think he's big enough, and I don't think he's strong enough in the air to be a centre half. That's the start of it. I think he's quick enough. Mm-hmm. But I don't know where his position is. There's so many of our players, you don't know where their best position is. And you know he's talking about signing players for utility positions. That's what you get when you get these type of players like Sands and all that. You don't exactly know where their best position is. King's fitting into this as well. But let's hope the boy plays well today. I know we want Rangers to win, but I mean, I've got a wee bit of axe to grind when it comes to these remaining 3 games, because if you remember rightly, there was a fabrication of keep us out of Europe a couple of seasons ago with certain clubs. I don't know. I'm sitting going, the boys definitely in our court to pay that debt back, but I don't know if I want to pay back, to be honest with you.
What you're saying is beat Hibs, let Hearts win. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, sort of thing. Even Hibs win, Hearts win, and
would never
fourth. No. Sporting integrity, mate. No.
I get you. Right, okay. I've got the Hibs team, which is Marshall, Hanlon, Newell, Cadden, Jeggo, Nisbet, Stevenson, Johan, Fish, Egan Riley, and Campbell. A lot of people keep an eye on Nisbet because we've talked about him enough on here. See how he does. But anyway, look, you look at that team. We play, and I mean this, and I know I say it a lot. We play, we win, but we've got to play with the right intensity, the right attitude, mate. It's the 3rd time we've been there this season. There's another intrigue of Scottish football. Albert, 3rd time in the league. Yeah, who comes up with that? How's that?
How many times has happened to us since this club has been introduced? How many times? We must be the only club that this happens to. It seems to be anyway.
It's an anomaly with the system, and it ain't right. Yeah, how can you have a league that's fair and transparent? And yeah, when you do that, anyway, not quite. Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? Mental.
It's no mental. It's just stupidity, mate. It's insanity. But that's up here. I expect it now. The stupidest way of doing things. We find it. But how could even Beale mentioned it in his interview this week. No, I mean, how can it be fair? It can't be fair, mate. It's not right. But it continues to happen. It continues to happen, and we seem to be the losers all the time. But it is what it is. We've got to go on with it. Again, nobody listens to us. Why would you listen to anybody that's trying to better the game? Eh? Try to point out something that's no fair. But no, carry on.
Yeah. If you were to lose a goal by a league by a goal or something, any team, or get relegated by a goal when you ended up playing more away games or the opposition, the team below you, because of the anomaly, the split, you wouldn't be happy, mate.
Well, put it this way, this season here, if we'd have done our jobs right, we're getting into these, this is a really close run thing. We're getting into these last 3 games, and there you are. We're at a disadvantage right away. That's if we'd have done our job right. Obviously, we didn't do our job right, so we're not going it. But the scenario was there. It was there in front of you.
Mm-hmm. We'll be joined by Andy for Leeds, who I think so his way home rather than just up. How are we doing, Andy?
I'm good. Good morning, guys. Not on the way home, but I've turned a few tunes on. Playing the filth. You got or the mini filth as we know them as. Got to get up for it, haven't you? King won we expected because he told us Golson was away. The prize that Adji got in right enough, but there you go. Supposed to give him a full game, see what happens. Get some more time in his legs right enough, But I just thought we'd go out and, do the same attitude as that we played against them. And if that's the case,
if we do that, Andy, that's only one winner.
I believe so, yeah. I know we get a lot of injuries, but I think the majority of these guys and the team today is going to keep, as we said the other week there, and, put the other players, these new players around it. So, I think these guys will want to go out, if they believe that Beale's going to take them along with him. I think they'll be wanting to show a little bit, just, I know the season's coming to the end and it finishes next Sunday, but, there's still a lot to play for, isn't there? We've pride and all that, and we've just got to go out and show that there is something there to be positive to look forward to for next season. That's just how I'm seeing it. There's nothing else we can do, really, other than that, is there?
No, and obviously after last week, Albert, Vandy's points too, we win the game, the positivity grows amongst the support, doesn't it?
That's it, mate. Then you're starting to look forward to the new players coming in and these players, because you're seeing something in them, like Yilmaz, King, Suter, Hadji, Sakala, poor Sakala. You know what I'm saying? You're actually getting a wee bit of going, we're getting players coming in, but I want to see these players continue playing. And don't get me wrong, last week they gave you a wee taste of what they can do. And you want Marriott. I want Marriott. I want to see Marriott of them. That's why I was disappointed with Tondo didn't get a game. I wanted to see Marriott the boy. Give the boy a chance. Let's see what he's really got. Because I don't know if there's a player in there. I'm hoping there's a player in there. But Hadji's there. A lot of people like Hadji. Boys get technique. Definitely a good player. Whether he's robust enough for our league, we'll see the day, won't we?
I've never questioned Hadji's ability, if I'm being honest, mate. I mean, he can pull the ball at the sky, he can do wonderful things, he's got vision. Like, you know, there's a lot of similarities to Canwell. He just has to be more involved in the game when he's playing. His numbers, if you look at them, you know, his assists and his goals for where he played were okay. You know, but we'll see him. We can't judge the boy. We need to let him get back in, get a pre-season and see where it takes us with him, Andy.
Yeah, well, he was good in Europe, wasn't he? You know, we said it before, you especially, and I said it as well about him. I don't think Scottish football suits him. You know what I mean? He was hit and miss, but I mean, you want him to come back. I mean, he's got something, but whether it's good enough for Rangers, that's the other thing. Yeah, I want to see him do well. I think we'll make money. You see, even if he comes on and gets a bit, I think we'll make money on him. I think that's the one asset there that, you know, he's not going to walk out of the club and we're not going to get nothing like certain players have done to us, you know, this season right enough. So, yeah, on that side, and I hope he has a really good game today. You know, we want them all to do well, don't we? You know, I mean, we know what's behind us now. It's gone now. So it's all about getting ready for next season and making sure that we're in the right frame of mind. And the guys that are going to stay, that they go away happy and come back happy, go away confident that they're going to come back and, you know, really knuckle down. I like the sound bites that's coming out of the club. I mean, it's easy to talk right enough. We'll see whether that happens. But I think, as I said the other night there, I think now, I think they woke up there and said, look, we've had enough of this. We've got to really, you know, stand up now. You know, it's not much to ask. And, you know, that great history of ours, you know, let's start making new history and put it on top of the history that we created before. And I think we'll be okay. We've got to believe that we're going to be right. There's no point that we're going to go, oh, well, we're not, it's going to be the same old. It's not going to be the same old. It's going to be different. It's start of every season's different. We're going to have new players. And that's the way I'm looking at it. Going forward, I'm trying to be positive now. That's good for me, by the way. I sleep. I'm getting used to this now. And it only took me about 4 years to enough, but I'm getting there.
Oh, I like some ranters with Andy. I know you like your rant a whole bit.
Wait a minute. The nice rants just lately.
I was waiting for
the good thing about Hadji, the good thing about Hadji is if he does stay next year, there's a big possibility he is staying. He's going to be playing with better players. So that's quite exciting in itself to see what the boy can do with better players run about him. So I'm looking forward to that if he does stay. It's just a concern about robustness. That's all I've got.
I'll give you the team. McCrory, Tavernier, Suter, Kings come in for Connor, Ridvan, Jack, Lundstrom, Raskin, Hadji in for Matondo, Cantwell and Fashion Jr. Substitutes McGregor, McLaughlin, Matondo, Arfield, Devine, Lowry, McCausland, Lyle and Ewer. Yeah, so what do you make of the substitutes, Andy?
No Morales there, is there? Didn't realise that.
Oh well.
Fuck, well, I'm not bothered about that. Yeah, there's a couple of young guys in there, isn't there? The two keepers. I don't know why we got two keepers on the bench, though. That kind of baffles me right enough. But
Big McLaughlin stood up front in the 5 sides.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, I'd like to see Lowry get a wee bit of game time. The wee boy here, I watched him in the Glasgow Cup. I watched him before and it looked okay, but he didn't look too clever. You know, but they're on the bench and they're going to keep them. They're going to have to sort of give them some kind of game time, aren't they? Right enough. I just want to see us go out and express ourselves like we did there. And I'm pleased for the boy King. Solely for I think we kind of hung him on a little bit there in Europe, but with no option because of the injuries. Right enough. It's the length of time from him signing his new contract to him getting a game. Obviously, with goals.
Remember, he got injured in all, mate.
I did. It just come in my head there when he said that. Right enough. I like them as he could be right on the centre half thing. I mean, where would you play him?
Right back.
You the preference? Right back.
Right.
Yeah.
Develop back or potentially. I think the boys got the football ability to maybe play one forward in a defensive role. But yeah, I think you've got to look and see what it takes you. I mean, look, I might be wrong, mate. And he could develop into a centre half if he gets into the team, i.e. Richard Goff. And I'm not saying he's Richard Goff. If he gets experience at right back and he develops, he could change their position, you know. But at the moment, I just don't see him as a centre half. But Andy, Albert, it's only what you've seen at the moment. You've just got to give the boy time. He's not really had a lot of game time, if you're being honest.
Yeah. Well, the thing is as well, if you bring in new players that hopefully that we're going to be up the quality of what we've already had, as Albert just said there, some of these guys, if they get a run in the team and they're playing with quality players, they could come on and grow into be even better players themselves, couldn't they? We never know that till it happens or till we try that kind of situation. So yeah, we'll be all right. I don't know why. I just think we're going to be all right next season. I really do. That's nothing that I've seen. You know, I've just got a feeling. You get a feeling about Rangers every now and again. I've just got a feeling that we're going to come out angry next season.
All right, Albert and King, and then we'll here for the gaffer.
Aye, well, King, I'm with Andy with that. Give the boy a chance. No, I mean, definitely give the boy a chance, and time will tell whether he's centre half. Time will tell whether he's going to get the time to play centre half. I think if the boys truly want to make a career at Rangers, they might have to get into the gaffer and say, look, I want to change positions and be considered for the right back position. I think it needs to come from him. I don't think they're going to do it themselves. I think he's just going to use them as they've been using them as a third choice centre half. So if I was him, I'd be like, I've no chance of getting in and say, I'm wanting to play. Right, I'm going to attack Tab's position. I'm going to get in there and try and take his jersey off him. A lot of these players should be thinking that way as well. The young boy I'm talking about. Time to grow up. Anyway, don't want to go over it too much.
We're going to hear for gaffer Michael Beale.
Michael, after two good home wins against Aberdeen and Celtic, what do you want to see from your side today?
I want a top away performance. Last time we came here, and certainly last two times we come to Edinburgh, we did put in those performances. If you go back to last week, our work ethic and our cohesion and our organisation out of possession was fantastic, and it set up big moments for us when we won the ball to either attack quickly or build carefully with a number of passes. And if you look at today's team with Yanis and Todd Cantwell free behind Fashion, that's quite exciting, especially when you consider no Kamar Roof, no Morelos, no Cholak, no Tillman, no Kent, no Scott Wright. So from that area we're depleted, but we still have the quality of Todd, Yanis and Fashion. And I'm really looking for the back half of the team to get control of the game and then feed those three the ball and get our fullbacks high and hopefully create and score goals again here in Edinburgh.
Yeah, a couple of changes to your team today with Leon King and Yanis Hadji coming in.
Yeah, Yanis obviously missed out last week. I thought the intensity of the game, it would open up, and that's what happened. Yanis came on last week. I thought it was ever so good against Aberdeen. These games coming up now are important for him going into the summer. Leon King's waited patiently. Obviously, we've lost Connor, and unfortunately that's going to be for the next 10 weeks or so. So we won't see him until pre-season, but it's a big opportunity for Leon, playing alongside John as well, a Scottish centre-half pairing with Robbie behind him. There's lots for us to be optimistic about that triangle there, and I'm looking forward to a strong performance from those guys.
And yet another milestone for James Tavernier today's 400th appearance for the club. Quite phenomenal.
Yeah, he keeps collecting them at the moment, doesn't he? Whether it's his goal rate or obviously the appearances. From the boy that signed to the man we see now, it's completely different. For the fee that he signed for the service that he's given the club and what he's done is fantastic. Continues to get numbers, continues to get goals and assists, and he's changed over the time that I've known him, even since 2018 to now. Obviously you do change in those years, but he's become a different type of leader now, more so off the pitch as well as on it. And I'm delighted for Tav. It's another really proud milestone for him, and many more to come.
You've got a few young players on the bench today. Good to see them getting that involvement at this stage. Yeah,
the integration between the two sides is the B team and the first team is really important to me. It's where my background come from, youth development, certainly Neil, Damien and Harry as well. So we're keen to give these boys opportunities around us. Firstly, they've got to earn it in the B team squad, earn it in training, and they get here. If they get a chance on the pitch, my advice to him would be to seize the moment, to go out there and play to your maximum. And what a wonderful opportunity for those guys today, and a proud moment for their families also.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Connor, in our 10 weeks, it's unbelievable, isn't it? It just keeps coming over, doesn't it?
Quite casual as well, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that'll be Connor out for 10 weeks. No, I mean, it just becomes the norm now, isn't it? Now that's a big story. Before it used to be a big story. Now it's just part and parcel. That's another player out for 10 weeks. Unbelievable. It's just, what is happening? Don't get what's happening. You can't have all these players injured.
Is that his third
Sorry,
injury? We gave him a contract, Tandy, isn't it?
Well, look, he said 10 weeks.
The person you called isn't available at the moment. Why not leave a message?
He said 10 weeks, so you could say that's 20 weeks. I said that at the time, I don't remember. I think a few of us said on here he never had an injury. But once he took one, at his age now where they're coming in, he'll start picking up lengthy ones. Is that the third time he's been injured now this season?
Aye, yep. I believe so. Just so you know, for future reference, I don't write down everything you say.
It don't make any difference. Nobody listens when I say.
Tell him, Andy, you should start it, shouldn't he?
Oh, but nobody listens when I'm talking anyway, so it don't make any difference.
Oh, dear. I think you
did. Yeah, they're quite casual. They're for 10 weeks. As a matter of fact, it's nuts. It's just nuts, mate. I really can't believe it. And there you are. We're in the last week of the season, basically, and then the players still getting big, heavy injuries. Crazy stuff.
Sorry, but the person you called isn't available at the moment.
See that message? Was that injury taken off of the Celtic game? Did he pick that injury up while he was on the Celtic game when he took the injury there, or has it happened through the week?
That you'll never know. I would imagine it'll be the game. I would like to think it was a game if he's either that or he stubbed his toe getting out of bed all better, you know what I mean?
See that phone message there that we hear? Sorry, we're unavailable. Every player in their team should have that in their contract. Sorry, unavailable.
I know we're laughing, but I mean, I knew he was injured, but I didn't realise it was going to be 10 weeks. So he's got to travel. He's away. He's got the travel brochure out and away, isn't he? He's off.
Aye. Do you know the thing about it? It's not even, no, it's this injury, it's that injury. It's just, he's not going to be playing for 10 weeks. Oh, mad. Anyway, here we go. We got on, mate. So we're down to now. King is our centre half. Souters were centre half, right? And there's nobody else after them.
For a week, Big McLaughlin, I'm telling you, you might laugh.
He's coming in as a centre half.
Well, what you definitely hoping that Souter don't get injured now, aren't you? Dear me, well, we are in trouble late enough. I mean, I hope the big boy does stay injury free because you know what I think. I really like him. I've liked him when he writes for Dundee United right enough. He wins the ball and he'll throw his body in front of stuff, and I think Rangers have been lacking that in the two centre halves. You know, hopefully he's now got that sorted and he comes and gives us a run of games. Hey Hawks, what did you think about Jack signing?
I can understand, like last year, I understand the logic here, mate. But the problem we've got is if we start the season and he gets the same injury that Goldston's got, everybody will go nuts, mate, yeah?
Yeah, you know, I don't think we should have done it. It's
only a one-year signing. I think what they got over the line for Jack is the fact that he's Scottish. I think that was that had some influence in it. But it depends how much influence he's got in the club that we don't know about. How many games you're going to go to him? Only time will tell. I mean, yeah. Let's see if he can manage these 4 games in a row. Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about, Ox. I don't think we'll get to see them.
Well, we'll go going in. We'll get 2 games coming up. Let's see where we go. You know, I'm more concerned that we've gave Connor Goldston a 4-year contract. There's missed about half a year. You know, when you add it up, it's most likely at least 20 weeks he's been missing. All better, isn't it?
Aye, an important 20 weeks as well, man. Some really, really important games in there. It's not good, isn't it? It's just simply not good enough. They never get injured. They never get injured when it's the Diddy games and the I know every game matters, but you know what I'm saying? One games that we can cope with, it's always the important games. I know this game's not important. I know the season's done, but you're talking about the European games. He was missing for most of the European games. I mean, they're all important games. Same as Roof. He's just gone all the time. Really important players missing important games. It's a recipe for disaster, mate, and it's proved to be so. And it will carry on being like that if we don't get to the boat, mate.
Mm-hmm. And what about Tav? 400 appearances. Wow, when he came in 7 years ago now, 2016, Warburton signed him, I think. Was it? Or was it 15?
Aye.
16 we
signed
him.
I wasn't signed him.
And I never thought he'd going to make the number of appearances for us, and he didn't see it. You know, so fair play to the lad. We can debate his positives and negatives all day long, but he played 400 games for Rangers. You've got to doff your hat to him, Andy.
Yeah, you can't knock his stats and all that right enough. I mean, when he said that he's quality player and all that, he would have just sorted that defending out a wee bit, and a lot of the defending where he gets caught is, let's be honest, most of us. You would see a problem like how he defends, so you would try and sort that out. If he'd had that to him, well, if he'd had the defending side to him,
you can't see
what him at Rangers, would you?
You can't see what you can't see.
Aye, aye, but like I say, look, if he'd have been able to defend as well, he wouldn't have been at Rangers, would he? He would have been off somewhere down in England. I'm pretty sure,
It's a modern phenomenon with that, but 400 games all bear. 2015 he signed. You've got to doff your hat to him. That's an average of 50 games in his season. You know what I mean?
Personal achievements. There's nothing comes close to him. Mate. Personal achievements, nothing, and there's nothing going to come close to him for years to come on personal achievements. I mean, Thingy's personal achievements: 400 games, over 100 goals, top goal scorer in Europe and Europa League 1 year. I mean, he's won a league, he's won a Scottish Cup. I mean, his personal achievements are there to be admired. Team achievements, and that's something different. That's the one I keep going on about. The team achievements is not. I'm not going to go on about it because it's his days, 400 appearances a day. So let's enjoy that and let's appreciate the boy for what he's achieved, because it really is phenomenal. It really is, especially in modern football. One club, 400 games. Not many players will be doing that going forward.
No. And hopefully his experience next to the boy King will help the boy King. If I'm being honest, Andy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you'd like to think that that he'll impart a wee bit on if he can, like, keep talking to the boy and things like that. But I think King's all right. I think King gets it. He understands it. Like, you know what I mean. So I'm not worried about that. The boy. Like, I hope that the kind of hard on him on it in the Europe, and then there was in 2 games with Livingston and St Mirren that he had a dodgy time, didn't he? So I just hope he gets a good run out there today. Has a good game, and then sets him right for the close season that comes along. And because the theory is in any football team, innit? Come the close season, no matter whether you're in the team or not, you all start again, don't you? You impress your manager, and then the trick is to get in the team. As Beale said there, take your chance. Take your chance. I'll give you.
Young kids come back and they went past the first team player over the summer. That's what happens. It happens. You've got to run your team like that, Albert, if you're honest. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. That's what it's all about. It's development. But the boys need to realise that the potential can't run on forever. You need to fill it somewhere along the line. Now's your time. 10-year career. To the boy Mail at Kilmarnock is a good example. If anyone want an example, that boy's 23. That's him 7 years left in his career, basically, the way I see it. Earning potential. So these Lowry and all them would start waking up and thinking it that way, going, every month, every week, every month, every year it goes by, I'm getting closer to the end of my career, and my earning power is diminishing all the time. As I get older and older and older, I need to maximise myself to now. I need to get into the first team now. So whatever it takes to get in the first team, whatever you need to improve, whatever you need to do to get in, you better start doing it, because your career's dwindling away.
Aye, I get what you're saying, mate. We'd like to see a bit more development coming into the squad and pushing more Leon Kings, more Devines, but we want them to be starters and having the jersey and merit, Andy. We're interested to see how many of them go on the park today, yeah?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? At the end of the day, you nothing lasts forever, and there's always somebody coming up behind you in any walk of life. It's whether you're prepared to, take the opportunity. I see Lowry put a wee piece out. I've not read it properly yet, but I think he's more or less saying there that he's got to knuckle down and, try and impose himself. So that's good. You never really heard anything out of him. So the boys actually said to him, I mean, that boy's been through a lot this season, so you've got to give him slack there a wee bit. But I think if he gets a run of games, I really do think he will. I think he needs to fall out a wee bit, or it might just be his natural frame, you know what I mean? But they fall out a wee bit because the guy's got it. He's definitely got it. As Albert and yourself said, get your attitude right and get in there. Play in front of 50,000 every second week and a full away support for whatever we're giving when we go away. Nothing better.
I'm being polite. For me, the jury's out. He's got vision, and he's got being a first team player. There's a lot to it. You need more than that. I think he's got to take his lead for the man of the match last week. If I'm being honest, that's the standards, and that's the kind of player that he is. That's the standards, and I think the two of them are similar sizes, both 6 foot tall. Albert, Todd Campbell, that's his man, and he's not that.
That's a good point, mate. That is an excellent point. If he wants to see what he's today, the guy's standing in front of him showing him what he is today. And if he's up for it, he's up for it. So he needs to show it. If he's not up for it, he'll soon be found out this season, because Cantwell's there to show him. And if Cantwell keeps doing what he's doing, I don't see Boy Lowry breaking into the team, honestly. Or if he does bring into the team, he's going to be doing better than Cantwell. And let's be honest, I hope he does that, because we'll be a hell of a player on our hands if he does do that. You know what I mean? So let's hope Lowry does take his lead for Cantwell and betters Cantwell. That'd be nice to see, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's his starter for 10, Andy.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with you. Well, even if they're playing well, would you say they were room for the Cantwell and Lowry being in the same team anyway? They're kind of similar, aren't they? If obviously Lowry way back on Cantwell, but could you play the two of them in a team at the same time?
I think you could. I mean, Alex Lowry's going to be 20. He's going to be 20. He's no the boy that we think he is. He's 20 in June, so by the end of next season he's heading for his 21st birthday. So he is at a crossroads. But anyway, let's hope he gets some game time and see what he can do. I mean, if you can play Hadji and Cantwell on the same team, you can get Lowry in. You can play in a different roles as well. But that is his starter for 10. These boys, and also you can look at Hadji for Hadji's attitude, because you can't question that boy's attitude neither, Albert, can you?
Oh no. Yeah, all the young boys should look at Hadji's for if they're looking for a guideline to be a professional football player. That boy is pure professional. 10 out of 10 for the boy. 10 out of 10 for that. And he's determined. You can see it in the boy. He's determined to get back into fit and back into that Rangers team. So the rest of them should be saying, right, if he can do it, I can do it. And he's coming back for practically a new knee. If he can do it, I can do it. I'm definitely going to push on. I mean, the role models are all there in front of all these young boys. There's nothing to stop them. We're not saying they're not good enough. I'm not saying that at all about any of them. All I'm saying is get your head straightened up and grow up, start maturing, get your career after running, get going. And that's why, if I was the coaches for the youth team, that's what we'd say to these boys. Look, you're no wee boys. Stop wanting treated like wee boys and learn how to cook and bake and all that crap. Get your attitude right and get yourself into the team.
Right, Andy, you got a bet on the day?
Yeah, I went for 4-0 and 4-1. They only gave me about, I was only 22 and I think crap odds this season, right enough. To say the way we've been playing late enough. I mean, the other year I was getting really big odds and kind of a few of them were kind of coming in, but nothing. I think it's the only season I've not broke even this season,
Well, there's been a lot of drama in the games there this season. Obviously, the first game, we were 2-0 up and coasting, and then the two sending-offs, ridiculous decision with the referee, one of them, a ridiculous decision by one of the ex-players. I say that tongue-in-cheek, by the way. And then And then the second time we went to Easter Road, we were excellent. Went 1-1, and then one of our best performances of the season. We absolutely destroyed them. It could have been double figures, Olga.
It could have been, mate. It could have been. The whole problem raised its head again. We ran riot and we could have scored about 8 goals. No bother, 8 goals. But we did play well that night. You go ahead, mate. Enjoyed that game. I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed it in the Hearts game as well, but I really enjoyed that game. You always like United Hibs, don't you? Especially when they're in midden. It's just nice. It really is nice. So hopefully we get a performance for that again. That'd be really tasty.
Yeah, Andy. That's all we're looking for, isn't it? An performance.
Yeah. Well, that's been the great tragedy of the season. Really, we know they've had them performances in them. If they come out with that attitude, it would have been a lot tighter. I'm convinced of that. But looking back over the piece there, the amount of injuries, no matter what we think of how good they are or no, no team can survive with that. Roof if they played just half of the games, we'd have had to make points. That's the fact, because he's a natural goal scorer. He's the best goal scorer of the club, isn't he? And Lawrence, I was intrigued to see where because I was warming at him. I thought this guy could be. But then again, you see, that's the worry. He's out an whole year. He's going to have to do a lot of work there just to get back fitness, isn't he? But you never know. We'll worry about that next season. Let's get out there and put in another good performance in Edinburgh. I always like going to them, and even Hearts. I like doing them over in their places right enough. It's makes for a good day.
It's 2018. We've beat them 12 and drew 6. Albeit, so we've got the sign on them. We've scored 39 goals and they've scored 18 against them. So the stats tell you actually we've nothing to fear.
Oh no, it doesn't feel like that way in some of the games we've played out there in recent memory. But the stats are the stats; they don't lie, do they? So we've got to measure them. I'd like to listen to their fans about us, because they must sit and say, "Oh no, them again." Right, we need to do something this time against them, because, as you say, we've got the Indian side our end at the moment. So let's hope it continues. I don't fear it. I don't fear it at all.
Once every 20 years, then they celebrate. That does them. It keeps them happy, doesn't it? That's an ambition.
Aye. That's most of Scottish football, let's be honest. But aye, I get what you're saying. Mate.
Anyway, thanks to you and Andy. Thanks to Fox and Old School Boy for doing the technicals. We'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating the Rangers victory. Thanks for listening. Take it away, Old School Boy.
I've even heard the underlegs the best they've ever seen. There's Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur too. There's Arsenal, Chelsea, Blackburn, just to name a famous few. Who's that team they call it? Just who's that team they all adore? They're the boys in Royal Blue, and the Scotland's talent, and they're out to show the world what they can do. Game.